Hello everyone, and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so over the few weeks we have been going through how to navigate the Erasmus catalog, how to choose your course, and how to apply for the course. So having watched those videos, I believe by now you should have been able to gather your documents for your application process. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to make your application successful. Okay, so how best you can put in plans that is going to make your application a successful one, because sometimes you might miss these things, and once you miss these things, it might hamper your whole application process. You might have the required documents, the necessary documents to facilitate the whole process, but then if you don't put these things that I'm about to talk about in this video in action, it might hinder your whole application process. So if this is your first time watching my video, my name is Tete, and I graduated from an Erasmus Mundus program this year. So this channel is basically to share information about the whole Erasmus Mundus scheme as and how I know it. Okay, so if this is your first time, kindly hit on the subscription button, go to the previous videos, watch it, like, share, and recommend for a friend as well. In case you have any questions also, you can always hit me up in the comment section or across any of my social media handles. Let's get into the video. Okay, so moving on to the third thing that you can do, you can apply, and you have to apply to more than one program. Yes, I know you believe in your abilities and capabilities to back the scholarship, but mind you, this is an international program where we have scholars from all around the world, from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Iran, Turkey. You name it, any country you can name. You have scholars from all over the world applying for this program. Yes, you are good in your field, but there's a criteria that you must meet. And imagine everybody is meeting that criteria. What is going to make you stand out? Okay, so this is why I tell you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And the good thing about the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship Scheme is that you can apply to a maximum of 3 programs. Okay, you can apply to a maximum of 3 programs. So make sure that you look through. If you do your thorough research, you'd find at least 3 programs that best suit your knowledge, abilities, and skills, and apply to those 3 programs, and then you hope for the best. In certain cases, you might be amazed that you could get onto all these 3 programs, and once you're on all these 3 programs, you choose the one that you see is the best fit for you. Okay, so I remember during my time I applied for 2 programs. Yes, I applied for 2 programs, and the 2 programs, I was on the waiting list for 1 program, and then the other program that I even least expected to be called, that is what I was called for. That is the course that I studied, Advanced Development in Social Work. I was so expectant on social work with children and families, but I was on the waiting list. And with the waiting list, you have to wait till somebody opts out of the program, then you replace the person, because it's a long list of applicants. So once you apply for more than 1 program, you give yourself the option, or you give yourself the probability of being called onto another program. So that is one thing that you can also do. And then the 4th thing that you can do is you can contact alumni of the program. Okay, because you are now finding out a lot of information about the program. Sometimes it can get overwhelming. So you can contact people who have been on the Erasmus Mundus program before. Not necessarily your program, but if you get people who have done your program before, that is a bonus and that is a plus. And how can you find these people? You can find these people via Facebook, LinkedIn, and other social media platforms. The good thing about most Erasmus scholars is that they put it in their profiles. So the best thing you can do is to just go on Google and type your program and add alumni to it, I'm sure a lot of names will pop up, especially on LinkedIn. And once their names pop up, you just reach out to them via LinkedIn or the other social media platforms, and then tell them that you are also on this program, and then you tell them to let you know about the program and how the whole program works, so that you psych your mind and then prepare for the program in advance. And that is going to help you to successfully integrate in the program once you have the opportunity to be part of the program. It's all part of the preparation process, and I believe it is going to be very, very helpful to ensure that your whole application process becomes a successful one. Then the last thing that you must bear in mind with this application process is that you have to manage your expectations, okay? So the thing about applying for scholarship is that sometimes it can be overwhelming and it's very rigorous. Like I said, a lot of people are applying for these scholarships, okay? So you have to manage your expectations, okay? Managing your expectations makes you aware of the fact that you might get in the program or you might not get into the program. But either whether you get in the program or you don't get onto the program, managing your expectations means that you wouldn't give up on applying for another scholarship. You get it? So you might be denied this time, but when you apply again, you might get in. So once you're applying for the program and you're managing your expectations, you have all these things within your mind's frame, okay? So the thing is, I could get in or I could get denied. The fact that I get denied doesn't mean that I am not good enough. Every program has the selection criteria. Maybe per this criteria, you are not a good fit as of now. So you have to bear all these things in mind and manage your expectations. Okay, so once you manage your expectations, if this program here, you do not get onto the program, you have the probability of learning from those experiences and applying again to successfully get into another program. There have been a lot of cases where I have spoken to my colleagues and other people who have applied for the Erasmus Mundus scheme for 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then they finally got in. So you have to be resilient and then manage your expectations, and you would eventually get onto the program. So yes, this is it. 5 simple ways that you can ensure that your Erasmus Mundus application becomes a successful one. Don't forget to hit on the like button and then the subscription button as well, so that anytime I release a new video, you would be the first to watch the video. Okay, so I'll catch you on the flip side, and then stay blessed, and then good luck on your application.